Good, good morning. So let's begin with this body scan meditation. Welcome to this guided meditation. I'm Reverend Anne Ahokangas. And join with me in consciousness as I speak this in the I Am. Let's begin with a body scan and an I love my body meditation. Let's begin by taking a moment to allow the body to just settle into a comfortable position. You may close your eyes or keep them slightly open. Allow your spine to be relaxed and as comfortably straight as you can. Noticing your shoulders, allow them to begin to soften and relax. Today, I choose to practice loving my body by scanning every part. I take a deep breath in and a long breath out. I take another deep breath in and a long breath out. And I begin by bringing my attention into my body. And I take this moment now to allow the full love that I am to fill every part. Imagine the perfect color that love is as it does so. I notice the feeling of the weight of my body where I am seated. For wherever I am, my body is as well. I notice with conscious awareness where I am. And yet I also notice that there is so much more to me. I am not limited merely by my body, for I am one with everything. And I gently bring my attention back to my body. And as I breathe, I notice how my chest and abdomen expand. I notice the air entering my lungs. And I allow the love that surrounds me and is me to fill my chest, my abdomen, and my lungs. I notice what sensations I become aware of. And now I bring my awareness to the stillness. I notice the sense of relaxing even more deeply for this love is supportive. Now I bring my attention to the top of my head. I notice any sensations in the scalp. And I say thank you to this area, noticing how it is love, surrounded by, permeated by. I now bring my attention down to the back of the head. Noticing the love that makes up every part of this area. I travel to the sides and to my face. I notice my jaw, and I release any tension I may be holding there. I allow my face to relax and to become soft. I relax the muscles around my eyes and my mouth as I continue to breathe in and out. Though I may not feel it, I imagine in my mind's eye my brain, and I bless every aspect of it, knowing it is working perfectly and in divine order. I now notice my neck and my throat. And I allow them to relax and become soft. Noticing the love that resides there, doing its perfect work. I notice my shoulders and arms. And I feel any sensations as I allow the tension to move from my shoulders down to my upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers. And now, using my imagination, I see my body as though it's projected on a screen. I see the beauty that is me. I see the form and function, and I see the love that energizes, revitalizes, and animates me. So I take a moment to just be in this place, surrounded by, revitalized by, nourished by this love. remembering there is only love. It is supportive. It is compassion. It is infinite. And it is omnipresent. And it is being who I am right now. And I know that what I focus on grows. And so as I focus on the love and the gratitude of who I am, with a heart filled with gratitude, knowing I am always fully supported, I let go and I let it be so. And so it is. Now gently bring your attention back to this room, back to this place, feeling better than before, refreshed and revitalized.
I am here in the heart of God. God is here in the heart of me. I am here in the heart of God. God is here in the heart of me. Like a wave in the water and the water in the wave, God is here in the heart of me. Oh, I am here in the heart of God. God is here in the heart of me. Like a wave in the water and the water in the wave, God is here in the heart of me. I am here in the heart of God. God is here in the heart of me. Like a wave in the water and the water in the wave, God is here in the heart of me. I am here in the heart of God. God is here trust in you. Lead me on, I will follow. I may laugh or I may cry, I may ask the reason why, I may fall before I fly, but I will follow. Lead me on, I will trust in you. Lead me on, I will follow. I may laugh or I may cry, I may ask the reason why, I may fall before I fly, but I will follow. Lead me on, I will trust in you. Lead me on, I will follow. I may laugh or I may cry, I may ask the reason why, I may fall before I fly, but I will follow. Lead me on, I will trust in you. Lead me on, I will follow. I may laugh or I may cry, I may ask the reason why, I may fall before I fly, but I will follow. Lead me on. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love. Every thought is a prayer. Every prayer is a flower. Let it bloom in the sunshine of God's love.
Everybody, welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton. My name is Reverend Pat Ball. I am a retired Unity minister and just really happy to be that. So we are just so happy that you're here today. If anybody's here for the first time online, just add your name down in the chat or send us an email, and there will be an email address later on for you to send it to. So we are a tithing ministry. 10% of everything that we receive goes out to bless two charities. The first one is Unity Canada, which is an association of all the different Unity churches in Canada. And the other one is New Hope Community Bikes. I love this charity. This charity picks up old bikes and then how to fix them, and when they fixed it, then they get the bike. And so it's just a wonderful, wonderful charity. We look at, when we talk about Charles Fillmore's 12 powers of humanity. And this month, every month there's 12 of them, so every month it's a different one. This month is understanding. And the affirmation is, the divine spirit is present in all situations and every relationship. The perfect outcome is being revealed to me now. My understanding of truth directs my life. The infinite fills my awareness with all I require at this time. And the affirmation is, I am understanding. And I love because we are standing under God. And now it's time for our new monthly song, I Am the Place Where God Shows Up. Take it away, Emilio.
Hello, it's not new, but it works. Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I'm the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness. Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God lives. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has its being. We are the place. I am the place where God shows up. Sing. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
Beautiful. Good morning, everyone. And if you're watching online, I'm Reverend Ann Ahokangas, and it's my absolute delight to lead you in an opening prayer this morning. So join with me in consciousness. Just taking a moment to recognize that all that is God. And that all that is right here, where you are, where I am. For there is only one. Many expressions of the one, but only one. And so in this moment, I breathe in that truth. And I remember that I create my life using my imagination, my words, my thoughts, my feelings. And so today I focus on the fact that I can be and am in the flow of spirit. I release everything else and recognize that I am always fully supported. That everything always works out for me. And that life, God, is good all the time. So I allow it. I allow it into my awareness. I allow it to be the reality that is mine. And with a grateful heart, I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest God. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live my life that's real and true and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day, and I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
Okay, now I'm on. All right. But the blue light for mute is on as well. I don't know. I'm not muted. Okay. Well, I was saying I don't know how you sing the song when there's absolutely no tune there. It's just like you know exactly when to start, and it always amazes me. Well, now it's time for our absolute word, created by Paul Hasselbeck, adapted from Unity Daily Word. The word today is fearless, just what you were saying. I release any fear. Grounded in my divinity, I fearlessly live authentically. In the past, I may have hidden my inner light, afraid to be myself. I may have tried to please others by conforming to someone else's idea of who I should be. I may have shrunk from an aspiration, fearing that I would fail in pursuit of my goal. I may have doubted the divine perfection at the core of my spiritual beingness, identifying with my perceived flaws and feeling small and inadequate. Today, I make a new choice. I choose to live fearlessly, drawing upon my power of faith to believe in myself, my power of imagination to envision my best life, and my power of understanding to know my divinity. Bold and brave, I am fearless as I live my life authentically, pursue my dreams, and express my divine nature. Ah, yes. Just Do It with Karen Drucker.
Learn that one. myself,
trust myself,
trust my heart,
trust,
just trust.
just trust.
Love, I'm gonna get love, I'm gonna show love, just love. Faith,
Faith,
I have
I
faith,
have faith.
all is well, I have faith. Just do it, just do it, just
Do it,
come on, do it, just
do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give myself a gentle push. I'm gonna start today. Just do it. Every time I criticize and focus on my flaws, I don't realize that I am worthy and capable, and I deserve to have it all. So now's my time to rise and shine. Go for the dreams that are in my mind. Take one small step and not be afraid. With faith and love, I've got it made.
Just do it. Just do it. Don't talk about it.
Don't put it off. Just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Whatever I want,
Whatever I want.
I'll start today.
Hey, just do it.
Just
Do it.
Just do it. Just
Do it.
come on, do it.
Just do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give myself a gentle push. I'm gonna start today. Just do it.
It's done.
I got the rapping done right.
You did. It was awesome.
And then I screwed up the part after.
Nobody noticed.
It was a perfect script.
Emilio's talking about how he screwed something up. And it's interesting, this month we're talking about imperfection. And perfectly imperfection.
In circle dance, we call those creative variations.
Creative variations is in circle dance. Yes. So I'd like to look at practice makes imperfect. And what does that mean? And what if perfection isn't the goal? And I know that in our culture, we certainly have been taught to try and be perfect. I mean, school teaches us that. You get stars and stamps and good grades, and in some cases when you're working, you get better money if your work is perfect and all of those things. And so it's really hard to get your head around, at least I think so, on how can I be imperfectly perfect? And what does that look like? So here's a great affirmation. I embrace the beauty of my imperfections because I am divine. And I guess it's a matter of each of us redefining what is the word perfection and what is imperfection. And is that just a judgment? And I would say yes. It's just a judgment. Because what are we comparing ourselves to? And why? And where did we learn that? And how can we unlearn that and be more loving? So it creates an illusion that there is only one way to be, one way to look, and one way to succeed. And I know from having traveled the world quite a bit that my idea of things being only one way really changed a lot. Have you noticed that in your travels as well? It's like, oh, this is normal here, but certainly not normal at home or not my normal way. Or try and spend an evening or two at someone else's house and find out how imperfect or perfect it feels, because everyone has such a different way. And I guess the thing to look at is, how can you be easier on yourself? Because as soon as you have fear, and fear is anything other than fully loving something, and not go down the rabbit hole. Because when you do, you're not in the flow. You're not in the flow of everything that's wonderful in your life. So Brené Brown says, owning your story and loving yourself through that process is the bravest thing that you will ever do. There was a long time in my early years where I didn't want anyone to know anything about my story because they might judge me then. Oh my goodness. And people do anyways. They're going to judge you anyway. At least then you weed out the ones that like you or don't like you, that you resonate with. And then she continues to say, and this is a wonderful book, it's going to be our guide this month, so if you're interested in picking this up to just read on your own, The Gifts of Imperfection. Let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. So how much we know and understand ourselves is critically important, but there is something that is even more essential to living a wholehearted life, and that is loving ourselves. And, you know, it would be nice to say that every parent taught their children how to love themselves. But that's not the case. And learning to love ourselves started when? When did that start for you? I mean, I think it started for me maybe in my 40s. For some people, earlier maybe, depending on the environment that you grew up in. It's a good thing we get to live quite long. Not like in the older generations, you know, that we can live to 80, 90, 100, whatever. We have half of our life to figure out what it's like loving ourselves. So would you like to learn how to worry more about how you feel and less about what other people may think? No. Someone said no. Oh, well, then you can go home now. It's all about setting new boundaries and letting go of your need to please, perform, and achieve perfection, whatever that is. And we have finished our series of art classes now for the summer, and they're not really even classes, they're experiential meditative processes that we do on Saturdays for a couple of hours, and we've decided we should have 3 hours because sometimes it feels rushed. But what we're learning is that whatever comes out is what comes out, and that that's just perfect the way that it is. And how difficult it is for each of us, depending on the technique we're trying, to try and achieve this thing called perfection. And yet what is perfection? If you study art, for instance, and you look at the different ways that some of these really famous artists, like one earned $17 million for this one painting, and it looks like a kindergarten kid could have done it. So, I mean, it's, you know, where is the value? It's really in the individual and who's looking at the process. So I'd like to look at what is wholehearted living? How do you do that? And letting go of what people think, at least some ideas. And then self-compassion, letting go of perfectionism. So what is wholehearted living? It's living from a place of worthiness, knowing that no matter where you find yourself, you are there by what we Unitics like to call divine appointment. That there is no coincidence. If you find yourself somewhere, it's because it's just right and perfect for you. And if you don't like being there, then you get to choose to be somewhere else. So wholehearted living means cultivating the courage, the compassion, and the connection to wake up in the morning and think, no matter what gets done, how much is left undone, I'm enough. And I'd like to add to that, whether anybody liked it or not. Wholehearted living is going to bed at night thinking, yes, I am imperfect and vulnerable and sometimes afraid, but that doesn't change the truth that I'm also brave, worthy of love and belonging. Do you end your day saying, I'm enough? I may not have done everything on my honey-do list, but that's okay. I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll do some more. So the journey, wholehearted living is not a one-time choice. Wouldn't it be nice, just like with exercise, to say, oh, I'm going to do my sit-ups and now they're done for life. Or I'll brush my teeth and I'll never have to brush them again. It's a process and it's a journey of a lifetime. And it's the journey that we're on together. So what choices lead to living wholeheartedly? What kind of choices might those be? I know you're not going to answer because you know I'll tell you, right? It's to live and love from a place of worthiness, but how do you do that? It's to welcome imperfection. So how about this week, just as a challenge, notice every time you think something should have been another way, that you should on it. And how might you look at it differently? I like that, shoulding on something. I don't know who coined that. Yeah. Wholehearted living is to work on what you need and let go of the things that are holding you back. So that's something too to consider. How much of your day are you filling with what are expectations that aren't what you need? And are you setting priority for your needs first? And if you're not, then maybe it's something to think about. Because you know what, when you're filled up, topped up, overflowing, and just tickety-boo, then time isn't an issue anymore. And those obligations kind of fall away. And I don't know about you, but happy people seem to find time for so much more. And so we'll get into that a little bit more in a minute. So what's required again is courage, compassion, and connection. The tools you need to work your way through your journey. And courage to know that just having the impulse to want to do something comes from the divine within. And to have the compassion, and not for anybody else, but for you first. How can you be compassionate with yourself? And connection with yourself, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and connection with the divine that is who you are. So there are obstacles on any journey. Living wholeheartedly is no exception. And this month, all month, we're going to explore the greatest barriers of living and loving with our whole hearts, doing this wholehearted living. So I think it's going to be a good month. And like I say, I recommend that you get the book because it's a lot meatier than what I can give you in 20 minutes. So let's look at 2 guideposts for living wholeheartedly. Letting go of what people think. So this is Margaret Young. Often people attempt to live their lives backwards. They try to have more things or more money in order to do more of what they want so that they'll be happier. It's that have it, do it, be it. And she continues to say the way it actually works is the reverse. You must first be who you really are, then do what you really need to do in order to have what you want. And yet, how did we get it backwards? Was it that we're in a hurry? I don't know. So if you take nothing else away today, be it, then you'll know what to do to have it. So if you're looking for love, be love. You'll know what to do to be love, and then you'll have it. If you want to be wealthy, then be wealthy in the ways that you can. Generous, whatever that is. And more ideas will come to you on what to do, and then you'll have more. Or be healthy. How can you be healthy if you're in the middle of a health crisis? Because you're aware that you're in the middle of a health crisis. You're still here. You're experiencing it. There are things to be grateful for. That your body is still functioning, saying, okay, so what are we doing next? And then you'll know what to do, and then you'll have it. Authenticity is not something that you have or you don't have. It's a practice. I know that there is a part of each of us that is authentic, because how could you not? But to reveal it to others, to reveal it to yourself is a practice. And, I love how authentic Emilio is. He shows up exactly how he is, and when he's tired and his voice is a little croaky, he's still authentic, and he just, loves what he does. And he's a wonderful example for all of us. And I'm sure you can think of a number of people that are that way, that they just show up. And that's the practice. That's the practice, is being it. And it's a conscious choice of how you want to live. Authenticity is a collection of choices that you make every day. It's not just to say, okay, well, now I'll be authentic, and then go into a mode of how you used to do things. It's about a choice to show up and be real. Sure, there are times where I heard someone say, it's probably not a good idea to vomit on somebody, whether it be your emotions or the real thing. There are appropriate times and not. But showing up real to say, I'm having a tough time. Or, you know what, I'm choosing to smile, but it's only because it's going to make me feel better, because when I smile, you'll smile at me, and all of a sudden I feel a little better, and then it'll go back and forth, and then I feel a little better and a little better. The choice to let your true self be seen. And it's easier as we get older, right?
Yes.
I don't know, somehow the shooting on oneself isn't quite as top of the mind. So if you're feeling self-doubt or shame, you might choose to be anybody they need you to be. So whenever you're feeling like you need to go into a certain mode, why are you doing it? To whose benefit? And in the long run, people don't think about each of us as much as we think they do. We live in a culture that wants you to fit in and people please, and that's usually not very authentic. And choosing authenticity is not an easy choice. But you can start anytime. You can start now. E. Cummings said, "To be nobody but yourself in the world, which is doing its best, night and day, to make you everybody but yourself, means to fight the hardest battle that any human being can fight, and never stop fighting." And it's true, isn't it? If you're constantly worried about the other shoe is going to drop, or that you said the wrong thing, and you're walking on eggshells, that's a horrible way to live. And many of us have been taught that, to be that way. And it's not fun. It's exhausting. I think it's one of the reasons that there's so much stress in the world. Staying real is one of the most courageous struggles that you'll ever encounter. And you may not notice it if you've been doing it a fair bit, being authentic and not worrying about how somebody responds. But if you're just starting, know that sometimes it's going to feel pretty yucky. And you're going to be worried, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But that's okay. Keep practicing. And when you choose to be true to yourself, the people around you will struggle to make sense of how and why you're changing. And that's probably one of the hardest things, is who will walk away from your vibration of authenticity when you start to be authentic. Some will be inspired by your new way, and others may think you're changing too much and maybe even abandon you. There's a man I met years ago. His name was Salvatore. And I've told you this story, but I'll tell you again because it has a slightly different slant today. When he was being born in Italy 60 some odd years ago, his mother had decided that his name was going to be Salvatore. And he basically stopped breathing very early after having been born. And the mother said to the father, well, then most definitely we have to call him Salvatore. And they had been arguing back and forth for a while about what his name should be. The father did not want his name to be Salvatore, which means savior, by the way, in Italian. And the mother was just insistent. And then when he stopped breathing, then he said, okay, well, let's call him Salvatore. And then he started breathing again. And I met him when he was about 40. And he lived under the fear that if he truly lived to that name, being a savior, that somehow life would just blow up and people would not want to be around him. And he had lived a life of real people pleasing and all of that. And it was really something. And I had a conversation with him about that. And he said, I don't want people to leave my life if I live fully as that which I've come here to be, the savior in whatever way that was. And I've not kept in touch with him now for quite a while because he moved away. But I thought, to live under so much fear, and many of us do, to not fully live our potential, the world needs you. Whoever you are, whatever you've got to give, even if you don't think that you're significant, you are. And Salvatore's story really reminds me of that. So don't shrink, don't puff up, stand your sacred ground, says Brené Brown. Saying this little mantra helps me remember not to get small so other people are comfortable, and not to throw up my armor as a way to protect myself. So I like that. Don't shrink, don't puff up, stand your sacred ground. And if you're not used to doing that, sometimes you might feel the need to puff up just because you're feeling defensive because you're not used to saying it. But as you do it, it gets better, it gets easier. So let's look at self-compassion, letting go of this perfectionism. So Anna Quindlen, the thing that is really hard and really amazing is giving up on being perfect and beginning to work on becoming yourself. Perfectionism is not the same thing as striving to be your best. And do you recognize the difference in that? Because one is out there, the other is in here. Perfectionism is not about healthy achievement or growth. Perfectionism is the belief that if you live perfect, look perfect, act perfect, you can minimize or avoid the pain of blame, judgment, and shame. It's actually a shield. And I recognize that. Perfectionism, it's the thing that really is preventing you from blossoming. It's stopping you from being seen. Because you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Perfectionism is, at its core, about trying to earn approval and acceptance, right? Perfectionism is other-focused. What will they think? So I'd like to take a minute to just do a short meditation, about 5 minutes or so. And if you're watching at home, just sit back, close your eyes, and just bring your focus from your whirling thoughts down about 18 inches to your heart center. And just take a couple of relaxing breaths. And I want you to think about how beautiful and wonderful you actually are. For there is a tender, loving, beautiful soul beneath all the criticism, all the expectations. And as you notice that that is actually who you are, to say, I love you. I see you. And now as you're gently breathing, allow your breath to just gently rock you as though you were cradling a small child. And just for a moment, release any negativity, self-criticism and judgment, and just put it aside. You can pick that up anytime. For who you are is important in life. First in your life, and then in everyone that you come in contact with. So know that this little exercise we're about to do is to bring about more compassion into this moment. So think about what might be a soothing or compassionate touch for yourself. Maybe it's taking your hand and putting it over your heart. Maybe it's putting your hands together. Maybe it's doing that gentle rubbing on your arms, your upper arms, or your shoulders. Maybe it's rubbing the back of your neck. Take a moment to do that right now, just for a moment, and just be really loving to yourself, whatever that might be. And just feel how wonderful that feels, and that it's available to you in this instant. And you have just tapped into this loving kindness that is who you are. And feel how comforted you feel. And invite even more love in. Using your imagination, see a warm light surrounding you. Breathing in love and self-compassion with each breath. Let it fill you. Let it fill your heart, noticing that it is loving kindness and gentleness that's right where you are, supporting you. For what you're experiencing now is self-compassion. And it is exactly what you need right now. And know that you can give yourself this anytime. And it only takes moments. And ask yourself in this state of loving kindness, what are my needs right now? And again, with your loving touch, offer yourself support and compassion and a knowing that you are here. Give yourself whatever it is that you need to the best of your abilities. There's no judgment. And remember that you can take this self-compassion with you wherever you go, anytime. And now I invite you to bring yourself back to the room. And so it is. You know, we often search for that compassion and that loving kindness from someone else. And it can come from someone else. But there is so much that's right here where you are. So let's look at an acronym called DIG, again from Brené Brown. DIG. deliberate in their thoughts and behaviors through prayer, meditation, or simply setting their intentions, inspired to make new and different choices, and going, they take action. And so this is an acronym to take with you this week. To be more deliberate in taking time to be compassionate with yourself, to do the things that align you with the flow of spirit. Maybe it is prayer, maybe it's setting an intention. We do that in our artwork. We write our intention before we start on the back of the painting. Maybe start your day with that intention. Maybe it's the love yourself first thing in the morning. Maybe it's in the shower, just saying, oh, I love you so much. And then be inspired to make new and different choices. And it may take a while, and you might forget, and it's okay. But choose to do it. Make a commitment. So try to make authenticity your number one goal when you go into any situation where you might feel vulnerable. Have you felt like you are going into something where you feel vulnerable at times? And for very different reasons and at different times of day. And it's to just show up as you are. Maybe give yourself a few moments of compassion, self-compassion. And if authenticity is your goal and you keep it real, you'll never regret it. You might get your feelings hurt, yet it's worth it in the long run. Because sure, when we're authentic, we want everyone to love us just as we are, as we show up. But not everybody's going to. And to just be compassionate enough with yourself to say, you know what? I'm more important. So through the lens of oneness, we recognize that all of existence is divine and interconnected. And it's hard to focus on oneness with someone else until we love ourselves first. I mean, it's like, I don't give a darn if you're one with me. I'm not happy with me right now. You've got to be happy with you. So in this expansive perspective, we understand that everything, even what we might consider imperfect, is an essential part of the whole. Can you imagine if everything was according to our idea of perfection? It'd probably be pretty bland. There'd be nothing to kind of experience. I don't know. I don't even want to go there. So let's broaden our perspective and recognize the divine presence in all things, especially the imperfections. So maybe when you notice something imperfect, say, oh, there's God showing up again in my awareness. So we looked at wholehearted living, letting go of what people think, and self-compassion. What did you think about that idea of giving yourself compassion? You know, they say psychologically that just rubbing your upper arms can give you the feeling that the love that maybe you were when you were a child comes up and stirs up in your body. Or maybe it's the, rubbing your forehead or the back of your neck. That you can trigger better feelings really quickly just by doing something like that and recognizing what that is for you. So let's work it, because it works, like Sue Riley says. Something like it works when you work it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Works when I work it. My good comes pouring through. It works when I work it. This principles are true. It works when I work it. My joy is multiplied. Everyone who asks receives. Every seeker finds. Everyone who asks receives. Every seeker finds. I know that I am ready to receive. The many blessings are pouring down on me. Lovingly releasing that little voice of doubt that says that I'm not good enough and that I must do without. 'Cause I know that it works when I work it. My good comes pouring through. It works when I work it. These principles are true. It works when I work it. My joys multiply. Everyone who asks receives. Every seeker finds. Everyone who asks receives. Every seeker finds. We have to have a dream before a dream comes true. If I trust my heart to lead, then love comes pouring through. Like an old friend of mine, my wood good will know my face. I'm making room for miracles, saving room for grace. 'Cause I know that it works when I work it. My good comes pouring through. It works when I work it. These principles are true. It works when I work it. My joys multiply. Everyone who asks receives. Every seeker finds. Everyone who asks receives. Every seeker finds.
Indeed. Every seeker finds. Thank you so much. And that was amazing, as usual. I love the idea of being imperfect on purpose. Yeah, it's kind of like, don't the Japanese have some kind of, they make a pottery and then they break it and then they put gold to say, because it's the broken imperfections. That's so beautiful. And we've got to dig in. Okay. I forget what dig stands for, but I know I'm. So what was your takeaway today? So those of you at home, you can write it in the chat. You can share it with each other. And we can talk about it here at coffee. So that's one of the most wonderful things, is the fellowship. Now it's time for conscious giving, that you can give in many ways here by volunteering your time, your talent, your treasure, just by being who you are. And we're going to receive in the sanctuary. Those at home can e-transfer to admin@unityspiritualcenter.com, or you can send a check too. It's quite amazing. Well, let's say our affirmation together, shall we? Divine love that I am, blesses and multiple give, and all I receive. Take it away, Emilio. Alanis Morissette.
I know.
Wow.
I thought it works. I recommend getting your hot radical to anyone. I recommend walking around naked in your living room. Swallow it down like a chocolate pill. It feels so good, swimming in your soul. Wait until the dust settles. You live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn, you bleed, you learn, you scream, you learn. down. He'll hold it up to the rain. You'll wait and see when the smoke clears. You live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn, you bleed, you learn, you scream, you learn. Bring me down. Hi-ya. Wear it out, melt it down. The fire trucks are coming up around the bay. You live, you learn, you love, you learn, you cry, you learn, you lose, you learn, you bleed, you learn, you scream, you learn, you breathe, you learn, you choke, you learn, you laugh, you learn, you choose, you learn, you pray, you learn, you ask, you learn, you live, you
Can we sing happy birthday?
Oh, yes. And whose birthdays are? Yours? Jean Jefferson. Hi, Jean.
My little Will and Laura said that I'm Laura today, so she told me my birthday was on the 29th of June, but hers is in July.
Oh, wonderful. Yay. All right. Oh, wonderful. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Everyone born in the month of July. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you now.
A day in Richmond where I sat in the hot tub on the rooftop, and I said, my kids haven't sang for me today. And they, what's your call? I said, no, it's my birthday, and we always sing in Dutch. Oh. She goes, well, I could sing it for you in French. Okay, I'll take that. So another girl walks in, and she goes, I could do it in Cantonese. Okay. So how
There's a
many
woman
of you-
sharing about her birthday experience and people singing in different languages.
How many do you think I got in one day?
10.
22.
Wow.
22. And in different languages? Wow, how cool is that?
It's the funnest thing to do. You walk up to foreign people and you say, it's my birthday today. Can you sing for me in your language?
So if you're watching at home and it's your birthday, go up to people and say, it's my birthday today. Do you sing in another language? Because I'd love to hear it. So what a great idea and a great way to connect. And know that we are here to pray with you if you have something on your mind or on your heart. Someone came up to me earlier today and said, you know, there is someone who really would like to have prayer, but they're not here to put their idea into the prayer box. And so if there are individuals that you're concerned about, Know that God knows their heart. And if you want to put something in the prayer box for them, just put their name. And know that God knows, because God is right where they are. And if you want to send it via email, prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com. Explanations don't need to be made. Ernest Holmes used to say when he would counsel people that would go to him for counseling and prayer, don't tell me what your problems are. Tell me what it is that you would like to experience instead. And I will hold that in the light for you. So let's say this prayer together. The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And let's relax and let go.
I love the imperfection in that type with the little G God.
Yes.
Let's relax and surrender to our imperfections, our divine imperfections. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, cause it's all so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know that when I let go, that I have all I ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I am well, I am well. All is well, all is well. I am well.
Oh, didn't we have fun in our imperfections? So remember, be, do, have. We'll see you next week. I love you. Bye for now.
What day is your birthday?
July 15th.